Hello guys, right, I've been doing my catch up. I've done you some videos. I've done one about sign written vans, I've done one about factoring companies where we don't pay factoring companies for you guys. There was one I think I've got to do for Harry's house, I haven't done that one yet, about what happens if a shipper sends a wrong size van into somewhere, but there may well be a change of plan at the moment, because as I mentioned earlier on in I may have mentioned in some of the other videos, which might actually go out after I've done the videos, which is a bit daft. I've done the thing. I've done the operators. I actually went home early on Tuesday because there weren't a lot of work about. It's been really tough this week. I've been really struggling. So I did one job, multi-job around London. I went home. It took me 4 hours. Part of that was pilot error, but some of that was just because it takes time to try and work out what they need. But what I'll do is I'll go through it when I get home, and I'll do a 14-step thing on what you have to do if you want to get an operator's license. Now, there are firms out there that say, come with us for £200 and pay the £200 and we go, you don't need to do it. It's not that difficult. It's not easy, and there are certain things you need to know, and there are certain things you need to have in place. The thing is, once you get an operator's license, the operator's license means that you're allowed to run vehicles over 7.5 tonne. That is, as a firm, I've applied for 3 lorries. It means as a firm we can run up to 3 lorries. You can drive vans up to 3.5 tonnes all you like. If you want to drive something over 3.5 tonnes, you need to have a licence. Not for you to drive them, but for other people to drive them. Then the other thing that gets involved is you also need a special driving licence. Now, because I passed my test before 2008, I've got what you call granddad rights, as you can tell by my receding hairline and my grey beard, which means that I was driving a 7.5 tonner for 10 years through London, but they changed the rules on us. And they said, if you want to drive a 7.5 tonner after 2008, after they changed the rules, rather, you have to have what they call a CPC. This is a certificate of professional competence, and it's basically going to be like first aid, how to strap things down, how to do a load, how to work tachographs, all this stuff I've got to do. And this takes it's 5 courses, and each course is 7 hours each. So because of the lockdown, I can't actually go and sit in a classroom because of the cross-contamination stuff, but they are doing them online. So I've contacted a firm. A couple of firms were dear, but I found a firm I think which is good. And so all next week I am going to be doing my CPC training. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So next week's videos, you'll be really pleased to know, you're going to get 5 of them, all about the CPC training course, what I did that day, what it entails. As far as I understand it, it's a bit like going on one in speed awareness courses, which is you don't actually have to, there's no exam, you don't have to learn anything, you just have to be present, pay attention, and they will teach you. And then you'll get, at the end of it, I think the guy says you get a certificate that says that you've attended all the hours, and it takes about 21 days to come through, and then you get your card to say that you've got your CPC, which means, because I've already got class C1 or C1 plus E or something like that on my licence, I don't have to do, I think, what they believe they call a light goods haulage test, which I think some of you have to do. If you, after 2008 and you want to drive a 7.5 tonne, you have to do an LGV test. I won't have to do that because I've already driven one, but I do have to do the CPC. But once I've got that, and I've got the operators, that means, and the only thing I need to buy after that is I can buy a 7.5 tonne. And I think that's the way we're going to go. We're going to buy a curtain side 7.5 tonne with a tail lift. It might turn out to be a massive error, but I've been talking to my mate Simple Mick, and he said, you know, I don't believe how cheap they're going for. He said, well, normally, he said, I would expect to pay £200 to move like a 2 tonne machine or 1.5 tonne machine from Milton Keynes to Luton. I thought, what? Really? I've been running Argos for like 8 hours a day for 180 quid. I can drive up to Milton Keynes and drive home again. Forked on, forked off. And I miss my truck. I miss the space, I miss the steering wheels. Who knows? I might go further. But in the meantime, so just to let you know, guys, your videos are all in the bag, but I can't keep playing them out. You just get bored senseless. So what next week's is going to be, it's going to be 5 lots of CPC training. Any advice, anything you guys can tell me, stick it in the notes. I'll share it on Sunday. But between now and then, I'm going back to school. I'm going to pay attention and not take any money. Bye.